This is Miss Bainer with a review video about identifying the three types of rigid transformations. So just as a reminder, our three rigid transformations are translations, rotations, and reflections. All right, so let's. This should look familiar. It's from your work of the week from the first week, Tuesday. So it gives us 6 cards and it shows different figures in each card, and it wants us to identify one pair of cards that show an image after it's being rotated. So there's different ways you can do this. Let's just go ahead and take a look at all the cards here. So we look at card number 1. We see a shape, kind of looks like a shoe a little bit. So remember, with rigid transformations, it does not change the shape or size of a figure. So the first thing you have to do is determine which of the other 5 cards looks like this shape. And as you can see, there's only one, and that's card number 4. So let's look at the figure in card number 1 and card number 4. Does it look like a rotation has happened? Yes, it does. It looks like the shape was rotated 90 degrees counterclockwise. So that's this way. Probably around this point here down at the bottom. So to answer that first question, we can go ahead and put card 1 and 4. I'm just going to go ahead and drag this down so we know what that answers. That answers A. Okay. All right, and then question B wants to know a pair of cards that show a shape after being reflected. So again, a reflection is a rigid transformation, so it does not change the shape or size of the original figure. So since 1 and 4 are already used, let's go ahead and cross those out because we're done with those. Okay. All right, so we have 2, 3, 5, and 6. Let's just take a look at number 2. So again, the first thing we need to figure out is there a shape that looks like number 2? Yeah, so look at number 6. Those shapes are the same shape. So now does that look like a reflection? Well, that doesn't look like it's being reflected. It kind of looks like it's being translated down. So 2 and 6 will not work. So let's look at number 3. So number 3 is the same shape that's in card number 5. And yeah, it does look like it's being reflected. We can see the line of reflection is probably here. All right, so it's a horizontal line of reflection. A way to test that out, of course, is with tracing paper, which I don't have on a computer, but let's go ahead and allows us to vertically flip or vertically reflect. And there we go. So I'm just going to do that again. So here's our original shape in card 3. I'm going to hit my vertical reflection button, and let's just see if that lines up. Yep, it's the exact same shape, right about in the exact same position. So we can answer B and say that that is card number 3 and card number 5. So again, just a reminder, rigid transformations do not change the shape or size of the original figure. So if you're ever asked to identify what shapes have been rotated, translated, or reflected, the first thing you should look at is, do the shapes look the same? If not, then a rigid transformation has not occurred.